What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Progressive Action TV. I am your host, Tramel Thompson. And guess what? I got a bridge for sale. Yo, let me just say something, man. Y'all believe any goddamn thing. Do people have any logic anymore? I'm kind of like confused as to how some people could think that I would sell out the membership. Now, I ain't gonna lie. The haters took a long time to come out with propaganda. I thought they would have came out with the propaganda on day 2, day 3. It took them about 11 days, 12 days to come out with the propaganda. I'm surprised they took so long to come out with the propaganda. But what's very surprising is the people who asked me, was it true? Right? And for the people who asked me, was it true? I hate to inform you, but you fell for the banana in the tailpipe. I mean, really, you guys believe any goddamn thing. But one thing that it shows me is that um it showed me who never follow me, who don't know what principles I stand on. It showed me who didn't vote for me. Because if you voted for me, there's no way possible you'll be questioning that right there. Now, I actually want to show you guys the propaganda because it's actually pretty funny. You know, they put my face on a white guy. Look at the guy arms. They put my face on a white guy pointing on the stand, and it says compromise vice president sells out members to get his job back. Right? Let me put the screen back on me. First of all, I'm gonna address that before I go through that whole entire propaganda. Nobody at the MTA could give me my job back. I want us to start there. Nobody at the MTA can give me my job back. The way that I would get my job back is by winning in court. So that right there is not going to fly. Matter of fact, let me see if I got something real quick. Let me see if I got if I got this uploaded. No, I don't got that uploaded. But the only person that could give me my job back is the judge, and that's by winning in court, right? But I want to get back to the propaganda because they did bring up um, something important that is going down at 2 Broadway, and I want to explain to you guys exactly what it is. So they brought up a situation about employee availability agreement, right? For one, there's no agreement that I know about. I did not sign an agreement. Nobody on my team signed an agreement. So if an agreement was signed, that means it came from the prior administration. And I am going to investigate that starting tomorrow. But what it says is that management is now sending out letters and calling members in for chronic sick and absenteeism for the purpose of termination of PDS, pre-disciplinary suspension. That is true. It also says that conductor tower division chair Chris Drummond said they cannot serve you with a DAN for discipline if it is written for dismissal. They will call you in for that. What is the difference now is that they're calling everybody in and you are going to have to sign a stipulation. After you sign that stipulation, you have to have perfect attendance for a year. You cannot be late. If you do not have all your paperwork, they are going to try and get rid of you. Now, I want to touch on that for a second. The truth is, what's happening at 2 Broadway is that management is calling people down there for chronic absenteeism. We walked into that. So that was actually happening prior to us taking office. So if they are saying that somebody signed it, I think the prior administration has something to do with that. Furthermore, management is cracking down on chronic absenteeism. And what I've seen down there personally at 2 Broadway is that people, management is itemizing your absences. So what I'm saying is that for every absence, they got the day that you was absent, and they also have, did you submit doctor's lines or not? From what I've seen personally, a lot of people are taking off and they're not submitting doctor's lines. Now, we already know the company that we work for, and they make a lot of mistakes. And when we make mistakes, the first people they look to blame are us, the workers, right? So if you are on this chronic absenteeism list and you have to come down to 2 Broadway, because the only way to rectify this is to come down to 2 Broadway. You come down to 2 Broadway, management will show you all the evidence that they have. And if you actually submitted doctor's lines for days that they say that you didn't, then you just bring in all your paperwork showing that you did. It goes upstairs and we rectify the situation for you. Now, if you've taken off all those days and you do not have any doctor's lines, it's problematic because we can't substantiate why you were absent, right? And we're seeing a lot of that. For an example, there was one situation where, and I'm just going to throw some numbers out there, and these numbers are actually real. People are having like 60 instances of absences that's totaling for like 140 missed days within a year, right? So if you 60 instances for 100 and something, 140, 120, 130 days of absences, and you don't have FMLA, right? You do not have a doctor's lines as to why you're absent. You put us in a bad predicament to defend you because you don't give us nothing to defend you with, right? Now, some people come down there, some people have doctor's lines and other documentation to show why they were absent, and the situation get rectified. So that's true what they're saying about the chronic absenteeism, but what's not true is myself or anyone on my team as a rep signing anything that's 100% completely false. And if someone did sign it, it came from the prior administration. Now, the next issue that they said that I signed off on, which is untrue too, is a reduction in work train overtime agreement, right? Now, this says in an unprecedented agreement signed off by Vice President Thompson, work train operators will no longer be allowed to work any overtime outside of Sub C Division C. This change to the long-standing policy of allowing work train operators the opportunity to work overtime on the road when there's no work available in Subdivision C has a potential to financially hurt hundreds of work train operators that depend on the overtime. Now, personally, I've never come across that problem or that situation, so I don't know what they're talking about there. And then once again, if anything was signed that brung about these new policies, it was not done by this administration. It was not done by me. It was not done by anyone um, in the RTO department as a rep. So I don't know what they're talking about. But once again, if they said that it happened under the prior administration, if at all. Now, tomorrow, this week, I am going to inquire about these things. I'm going to inquire about the past 3 years of any policy changes or whatever have happened during these past 3 years that we may not be aware of. And whatever we find, we are going to present it to you, especially if it wasn't presented to you before. So I am going to inquire on these policies and policies that we may not know about. Um, and I'm figuring that someone from the old administration created that propaganda because they are aware of my court date. Now, I do have a court date coming up this Wednesday. But it has nothing to do with me selling out the members or anything like that. And like I said, if anyone knows what I do, if you followed me throughout the years, if you voted for me, if you looked at my platform, if you know anything about the law, if you're not easily gullible, you wouldn't be asking me, is it true? Now, shout out to the people who sent it to me to make me aware of what was going on. I'm not talking about you guys, but to the ones who was hitting me, asking me, was it true? Guess what? I have a bridge to sell you. I mean, this is ridiculous, man. It's really ridiculous. But yeah, in fact, I haven't signed anything yet. I haven't signed anything. I have not put in any grievances. Um, Only thing I've done was help people at 2 Broadway. I've been at 2 Broadway. I've been meeting with managers. I've been talking to dispatchers. I've been talking to the members in the field. I've been helping members write G2s, IODs. I've been doing everything, getting my hands on a little bit of everything, but I have not signed anything for this department. This past, I think it was Friday or Thursday, we had a meeting with the high level of management in RTO. We met with um, Superintendent Johnson in the RCC. He runs the whole entire RCC. We met with Thomas Calandrella. He runs the entire subways. We've met with Charles Hinsky. We met with Mark Clemente. We met with Eric Fantuzzi, and we let them know what to expect, what we expect from them. Some quick demands that they're I guess they're thinking about implementing, such as bringing platform back. We talked about flagging for train operators. We talked about other safety situations and things like that, in which they were listening. And I guess we go work some things out in the very near future regarding those things. But yeah, I have not signed anything. And it's really kind of sad that some people will believe anything that's on the internet. At least when I post things on the internet, I post receipts. Um, I show documentation. But for people to just believe anything, it shows two things. You did not vote for me. You never followed me, and you don't know what principles I stand on. Um, but thank God I got a good you know, a large platform. Thank God people really believe in what we stand for. Um, and that's just white noise. It's just white noise. Right now, I'm flying a plane. I don't have no time to be arguing with the passengers in the back, but this is needed. Like, we're going to come and we're going to um, dispel any type of rumors, especially regarding this department. We're not going to do all of them, but this was funny. I had to touch on it. I mean, look, do y'all see this? Y'all see this right here? They put my face on a white person. They didn't even try to make it look real. I mean, yo, this is crazy. But you want to know what? If they actually took the time to put this energy in helping the members, we probably would be in a better place. But for those who believed in that propaganda, shame on you. And guess what? I have a bridge to sell. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.